What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Untitled Game channel. I am AJ Gels, and I am back here with the final E3 coverage video of the night. This is after the Bethesda conference. Really good conference. Covered a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff that I'm super interested in, but definitely some stuff that I am. Definitely some stuff that I'm going to be playing here on the channel. So definitely keep track and keep tuned in and keep checking out the Let's Plays that I do for those. And also, you do not have to do not have to do anything to your screen. Yes, I am. I am clean shaven right now. I had a beard in an earlier video. I did that after the conference. It was really starting to bug me. I don't know why I had to tell you guys that. It's bugged me. I'm sorry. I'm also my brain is fried after everything that was going on today, after the all the E3 stuff, and I still got to do another 3 press conferences tomorrow. So I'm pretty everywhere right now. But the Bethesda conference was pretty good. But definitely, like I said, you can find my my EA press conference wrap up and my coverage of the Mafia 3 presentation with IGN that happened earlier today. Those are already uploaded and also on my website. You can, and this will also be on YouTube and my website. Tomorrow will be Microsoft, Ubisoft, and Sony. Definitely come check those out. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm fried. I got all that stuff. I have my weekly show, the 11th Hour, that'll go live this Friday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I'm sure I'll cover a lot of other stuff that just kind of came out at E3 that wasn't during any of the big press conferences. For today and tomorrow, I'm pretty much only caring about the press conferences. But you be sure to hit me up down in the comments if you ever want to talk to me. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. So kind of hopping into the conference, the Bethesda's conference started pretty kind of off the bang, I guess you'd say. It started off with a trailer. Had no idea what the hell the trailer was until the very end. I was sitting there guessing, is this Unreal Tournament? But I'm like, that's not Bethesda, was it? But it turns out Quake will be returning. It was a trailer for Quake Champions. This is going to kind of be a hero shooter. I believe a competitive arena style FPS for PC. So basically, this will be a game for pretty much all skill levels. This was announced by id Software Tim Willits. Basically, you have different characters, the different heroes, whatever you have, what have you. All of them will have their own abilities and attributes and all that. And with this game, apparently Bethesda will be sponsoring tournaments with this, and tournaments and events beyond QuakeCon. So they're trying to make more of an esport out of this one. Because I think like the older Quakes are still played. I don't really know Quake. I don't know. I didn't play Quake. I might have played one of the earlier Quakes. I don't really remember. I think I played it like for 5 minutes. I don't remember. But after the announcement for Quake Champions, I give you more details. I just don't have more details than that. Pete Hines comes out, kind of in passing references the fact that Fallout 4 mods will be coming to PS4. I didn't get when, but apparently that's their next, what they're doing. But he started talking about a game called Elder Scrolls Legends. This is kind of in the Elder Scrolls series. Basically, this is it's going to be kind of like a competitive card game. It will feature a campaign story and a multiplayer element. I'm kind of thinking something kind of like Hearthstone. At least that's how it looked for PC, iPad, iPhone, Mac, all later this year. So you can keep an eye out for that. It really looks like an interesting way to explore kind of like the Elder Scrolls universe. They said, it's all told kind of like in a storytelling kind of capacity. So keep an eye out for that. Todd Howard it didn't come out. They kind of did a video with of Todd Howard, head over a guy really behind the Fallout franchise. Kind of give us a look into the next 3 packs or DLC packs that come with the Fallout 4. Their kind of monthly DLC. We got the Contraptions Workshop, which will be coming out next week. And all 3 of these, we didn't get specific details of what they are. The Contraptions Workshop, basically what it kind of looked like it kind of, like you have access to conveyor belts and all this new machinery, like gun racks and all this. It looks really interesting. Like, I think you're like building machines or something for settlements and whatnot. I think it's something in the vein of Wasteland Workshop. Then we're coming to the Pack 5, which is the Vault Tech Workshop. It looks like you can actually build vaults and experiment on dwellers, and it's looking pretty fun. Pretty funny. That's July 2016, and then the final pack that they showed was Wasteland Vacation, or at least that's what I'm going to say it is. A little while ago, there was this kind of like little internet theory that there was a line of code came out or kind of leaked, and it was for like Nuka-Cola Land or Nuka Land or something like that. And yes, that is what it is. It's like a amusement park with sponsored by Nuka-Cola. So I don't know if this is just like a new area or there's a new quest line. I'm gonna bet there's like a quest line compared to this one, but that will be available this August. And that wasn't the only Fallout news we thought that was there. An upcoming update for Fallout Shelter. Quests, basically, you can send people out on quests, not just to go out and explore. There will be a new kind of combat system where it's basically like you can start kind of like pick who's shooting at what. Looks a little more in depth compared to the original. I stopped playing that like really quick. I want to kind of pick it back up and play it again. But kind of the big thing for Fallout Shelter, you can now actually in this July you can actually play it on PC. So keep your eyes out for Fallout Shelter, the new quests, new combat, and PC, July of 2016. All right, the next one was probably a big thing that everybody pretty much knew was coming. It was really big and really rumored before E3. But let me just say, Elder Scrolls Skyrim Remastered is happening. I'll give you a second to kind of scream and freak out in your own place of living. All right, there you go. The game will come out October 28th of this year, and will actually feature mods on consoles. So keep an eye out for that. The game, from what they showed, they showed there's new, like the water effects look really good. There's more of a depth of vision. There's a lot of stuff in this game. It looks beautiful. I cried a little bit because they were like PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, it showed like that. And I'm serious, like I almost cried. Like snow looks like a lot more dynamic and a lot it looks different from place to place. It's really interesting. I can't wait to play it. However, I will not be playing that on the channel because I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I'm just I love these big Bethesda RPGs, but I could not play I could not play an Elder Scrolls game on this channel. I'm serious. If you want to see, I'll lose 50 pounds and probably die at the end of that. That'd be terrible. God. Next person to come up on stage after that, the stuff with the Skyrim, was Raphael Colantonio, member of Arcane Studio, one of the heads of Arcane Studios, and gave us our first look at a game called Prey. I know there's another game, Prey. I think this might be a reboot. I really don't know about this, but basically it's set in the year 2032 on Talos 1. Basically, you're a test subject, as they're putting it, to further humanity. Aliens attack the ship, and then you have to, fight them back. It's a first-person game. It will be available next year on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. The idea, this is from Arcane Studios, so the people who brought us Dishonored. So it's kind of in that vein that there's multiple ways to play it. You have powers, and it looks really interesting. I don't know enough about it to talk in depth. I did see the trailer. Go check out the trailer. Really interesting looking. Can't wait to see what they're going to do, and with future conferences and whatnot, we're going to see with it. The next thing that kind of came up was that there are more updates coming to Doom Snap Map that will all be free. Basically just new creation tools, new ideas, as well as 2 new multiplayer modes, and there will be even more multiplayer modes to come. And also showed that next month, the first multiplayer expansion for Doom will be coming out. That will include 3 maps, a new demon to play as, taunts, and etc. And right now, for this week, if you didn't get a chance to play Doom, you could also go check out my Let's Play of it. Really fun game. I know, I'm just plugging my channel here. But for this week, you can now download the first level of Doom on Steam, PS4, Xbox One, all of that. Try out the first mission or the first level and decide whether or not you really like the game. And I say if you got your hands on that, you'll love it. It was awesome. A fantastic game. Moving on, Matt Fryer of ZeniMax Online comes out. And speaking of online, Bethesda, you know what this is. Elder Scrolls Online. Honestly, I haven't played it. Any of you out there watching, tell me in the comments if you've played it, if it's good, because honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big MMO guy. But apparently, Elder Scrolls Online is going more global. It's going to Japan, and actually shared that this Tuesday, the Dark Brotherhood pack will be available on PS4 and Xbox One. I believe it's already available on PC. Basically, what this pack does, it takes you to Gold Coast of Cyrodiil, and it's a new area. Missions for the Dark Brotherhood. So you're doing assassinating. And it also brought up something called One Tamriel. Basically, the idea of this is once you start the game, you can go anywhere. They have completely taken away level restrictions, and there's no content barriers anywhere in this game. Once you start, you go anywhere. You can team up with anyone, do any quests, do anything. So go check that out. This, I guess, is the time to jump into Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. If you guys want to see it played on this channel, tell me. I'll go do it. Let me see here. I'm trying to find his first name. I can't. There we go. Sorry. P. Hines comes back out after that, starts talking about this idea, and shows a new logo for Bethesda VR. And at the show, people there can play Doom or Fallout 4 in VR, in the VR experience. And actually, in 2017 on HTC Vive, you can actually purchase Fallout 4. I don't know. I mean, if you've seen my stuff, you know my feelings on VR. I need to see what VR, I need to see more on VR and actually test it out to see how different it is. Because again, it's like, it's like the first part, and it's just the way they explain it. I'm just like, how is it any different from me looking at my TV? I guess I can't conceptualize it because I haven't tried it yet. Sorry if you're hearing this squeaking. I'm sitting. It's my chair. But again, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with it. And with VR. And Bethesda says they're going to try and continue. And continue with VR and continue making it. What it is with Bethesda games. And the final thing that was talked about at the conference was probably the one that I was looking forward to the most, waiting for. I'm kind of glad that they kind of kept it up to the last. Harvey Smith, also of Arcane Studios, comes out. Dishonored 2, obviously. That's the last thing. Apparently this new game will be mostly set in Karnaca. It will start and end in Dunwall, the location of the first game. This will all be rendered in a new game engine they call the Void engine. Basically, as they kind of put it, it will try to put the game into kind of like a painting in motion. The game looks very nice. It still has that unique art style, but I mean, it looks even smoother. I think it looks gorgeous. Can't wait to try it out. Apparently, this is set 15 years after the first game, so now Emily is 25. Corvo, we actually see Corvo at the very beginning without his mask. He has a face, and actually is voiced now, so both Emily and Corvo are fully voiced. And this is something I didn't know. And people tell me I'm weird, because honestly, I didn't know this from playing the first Dishonored game, that Corvo is Emily's father. I didn't know that. I don't know. Somebody tell me if that was actually in expressly in the first game. I knew there was something between Corvo and the Queen. I didn't know that Corvo was actually Emily's father. Either way, like I said, Corvo and Emily are now completely and fully voiced. And at the very beginning, you actually choose whether or not you want to play the game as Emily or Corvo. And both characters will have their own kind of reactions to the events of the game, because something happens at the very beginning where they kind of have to split. From what I was seeing, my bet is whichever one you don't pick dies. and then then they go out and they're doing their own kind of revenge story, their own kind of interesting thing in Karnaka. But I think it looks kind of like the same idea where you go to the area on the boat, and then you go and you and again it's still, they're trying to make the game as open and on exploration and experimentation on how you want to either go lethal, non-lethal, or however you want on these targets. I will say this, when I play this game on the channel, and I will give you the release date here at the end, when I play this game here on the channel, I will play the game twice. I will play it once as Emily and once as Corvo. I'll probably play it 2 different ways. I'll probably play lethal with Corvo and non-lethal with Emily. So there you go. So we'll I'll play it 2 different ways with 2 different characters. So you can check that out here on the channel. We got kind of a look at one of the missions in the Dust District of Karnaka. Basically, inside this, it's this kind of feud between the Overseers and the Howlers. 2 kind of the religious sect, the Overseers, and a street gang, the Howlers. Basically, you start to choose sides, and this kind of further escalates and changes the path of the story. They didn't explain exactly how, but we got kind of a look at the game's more use of vertical space, where you're actually kind of not prompted, you're encouraged to more like move around on the rooftops and check out what's above the city, or up on the rooftop. So it looks like they're not just spread out. It gives you more room to play with, and I guess with that more room, there's more ways to play, and especially with all the new powers, everything. Apparently, it shows that there was like the Dust District. There's like these dust storms that kind of roll in, mess with your sorry, yeah, come on, mess with your vision. Your I can't think of the word. I don't know what word I'm even looking for. Basically, so these things can kind of hit at random and kind of cut down your field of vision for you and the AI. So it's very responsive, very interesting that way. So you kind of have to change at will. We also got looks at the Mesmerize and Far Reach powers. Both, I don't know if Corvo has these. Both of these are Emily's powers. Mesmerize is a power that basically you can the way they showed it. She put it like in between 2 enemies and a dog, and then they all kind of looked at this thing that's in the middle, and you just walk right past them, because they won't realize that you're there. The other was a thing called Far Reach, where basically Emily can basically grab things from all the long distance. You can use it on objects and to take enemies out in midair. It looks like an interesting power. I think Emily's powers are more based on shadows compared to what Corvo's were. But again, I have no confirmation on that. That's just my perceived idea. Again, like I said, the game's all about the options of how to tackle these missions. We also got a look at the Domino power and the Shadow Walk. Domino is basically the way they kind of set it up. They're in a room, giving this slide projector show, and the player links 2 of the guards with another one. She turns off the projector and sets up a shock mine. Guy goes back, gets hit with the shock mine. Well, that's what when Domino kind of kicks in, because then what happens to the one guy happens to all of them. So it shocks him, but also shocks the other 2. Knocks them out, and then you can get to the target. The Shadow Walk power can be used offensively and just as a way to move around. It's basically, I think, a quick and silent way to move around on the floor. It looks like you become a shadow. It's an interesting power. And then they showed the mission called, or parts of a mission called A Cracked Slab. Basically, with this, the Outsider, the character who gives Corvo his powers, kind of appears and basically tells him, his powers won't work in this manner that he's about to go to, and the fact that time keeps shifting between, I believe, as it is the as they put it, the ruined present and the lavished past, where you're walking around and you use this little device that you can kind of pop up and see, while you're looking at it and it's all destroyed and in ruins, you're like, oh, it's this beautiful mansion. And then as you walk around, you can actually shift back and forth between time periods. You know, as you know, say you need to get past a bunch of rubble, well, you can go back to when it was in its, you know, not all destroyed, but then there's guards there, and you can use it to get around guards. It's a very interesting idea, and a very I don't know. I look forward to playing it. They also explained how the ability customization is going to work. They're kind of looking for more customization, especially with the skill trees in this game. So I'm very excited for this. You can play it, and it will be played right here on my channel on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, November 11th. So please come check that out. And there we go. That's all we got for the Bethesda conference. If it seemed like I was really scatterbrained and quick during this one, I apologize. Like I said, it's late. I'm tired. It was a lot of stuff today. But either way, I do this for you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. Tune in tomorrow, like I said. Microsoft, Ubisoft, and Sony all tomorrow. Anything else? Other than that, check out my weekly show, The 11th Hour, that goes live every Friday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check out the variety of Let's Plays. Check out my website, my Facebook, my Twitter, down in the description below. Facebook and Twitter, I can keep you up to date, everything that's going on the channel, my website. I usually post the first parts of all my series, my reviews, my weekly show, you know, all that stuff goes up on the website. Go check that out. I'm sorry, I have to think. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me if there's ever some sort of critique on the channel that you want to tell me. I'm always happy to hear and get feedback from you guys, so I know what to change to keep you guys to come back. You know, I don't know what it is, but you always feel free to tell me, or just talk to me about anything, you know, be it video games, be it in your own personal lives. Always happy to talk with you guys. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, all that. Let me give me a quick second to breathe. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I guess tune in tomorrow for even more E3 press conference coverage. I'm AJ Gills. This is the 11th Hour Gaming Channel. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I'm out.